Greetings, vinyl community. Welcome to what is, I believe, the last vinyl finds video I'll ever be doing. I thought I explained this pretty well last video, but I'll have to explain this once again because I had people asking. This is the last video that I'll be showing thrift store hauls. That's what more or less vinyl finds is. That's 75% of it. There's new vinyl thrown in, and there's always little bits and bobs. But this is the last of the thrift store hauls that I'll be filming, I guess. I think for one reason or another, maybe I'll talk about it at the end, but I've been doing it for a long time. There'll still be videos coming periodically, but they won't be thrift store hauls. There'll be, if there's some new releases I feel strongly about, maybe I'll jump on and talk about those. And there's little vinyl gadgets and stereo things I want to talk about, and a room tour video that's already done. I just got uploaded. I wanted to get this one done first. Things like that. So like I said, just, you know what, maybe at the end I'll talk about it, because there's a lot of vinyl to show. For the last video to show you thrift store haul stuff and other little bits and bobs, there is an awful lot. So for the last time for a vinyl finds video, cheers everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. All right, I'm going to start with new vinyl. This is all a continuation of the last video. I have about 3 piles sitting in front of me that I didn't have time for last time, so excuse me if I fly by some of these. I want to show them to you all and then file them. But who the fuck am I bullshitting? Because you know what? I have no room to file anything. That's why, fingers crossed, I've asked for another vinyl shelf for Christmas. I got one last year. I think the answer is going to be no. But, you can always throw that out there, and run it up the flagpole and see who salutes it. Someone who's up there right now. Anyways, yeah, so when I say file it, I'm going to say put in another pile in my vinyl room over there. So that's what filing means to me right now. The Who, you know what? I kind of skipped through some of my videos lately just to see, because I thought I was repeating myself, but I don't think so. This was a late record store day third drop I picked up. Third drop? I think it was third drop. It's The Who. What is this? This is live at the Monterey Pop Festival. I think this has been shown quite a bit on vinyl community videos and whatnot, but tricolor vinyl, really good performance. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to talk about these because a lot of people have shown these and talked about these in depth, but if you see, this is a quick one live, I guess. You can see all Pete smashing his guitar. The Monterey Pop Festival is one of their kind of monumental live performances that kind of cemented them as kind of a huge international act. But enough of my yakking on this. If you see one kicking around as a late arrival in one of your stores, it's well worth your money. Last video I talked about PJ Harvey reissues, and I showed you Dry, I believe, and I neglected to pick up this one, and I don't know why I didn't pick it up, but now I have it. To Bring You My Love. I wanted to say Dry. Is it Dry? Oh, hang on. It's right here because I haven't filed it. It's Rid of Me. Sorry, I showed you Rid of Me last time. And I thought that was maybe my favorite PJ Harvey album of the reissues that came out. And this is the last one until I guess maybe the next batch come out, I think. I think this is my favorite. I think, well, Down by the Water. I mean, that is one of her best songs. I could listen to that on repeat anyways. I don't know where I'm going with this one, but To Bring You My Love, PJ Harvey. I'm trying to form into words, and maybe this is why I'm stopping doing these videos, because I love this album. I'm happy. I'm so happy the PJ Harvey reissues are out. All right, here we go. This is a Walmart exclusive, and I know you all in the U.S., you have a ton of really cool Walmart exclusives right now. We have one in Canada. It's this one. It's the new AC/DC called Power Up. It's an exclusive red vinyl, red opaque vinyl. You don't have to tart it up, Walmart. It's red vinyl. AC/DC Power Up. I wanted to like it. It's okay. It's just okay. Didn't blow my socks off. I was hoping it would, but you know what? Having an okay AC/DC album, I guess, is better than no AC/DC album. And you know, the classic later lineup is kind of intact, with Stevie Young filling in for Malcolm. I don't really want to talk about this one a whole lot. Maybe I'll listen to it more. I don't know. It just didn't blow me away. Having said that, this is a contender for my album of the year. Mr. Bungle's new album. Mr. Bungle, what is this album called even? It's a big long one. Oh my God, The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny Demo. It's contender for album of the year for me. It's Mike Patton, Trey Spirance from Faith No More. And then they added Trevor Dunn. I think he's always been a Mr. Bungle. And Dave Lombardo from Slayer and Scott Ian from Anthrax. And that is this lineup of Mr. Bungle, which makes sense because this is a re-recording of their original kind of high school material that they did at the time, Mike Patton and I believe Trey Spirance. And so it's like, if I had to describe this album, it's a combination of Faith No More, Slayer, and Anthrax. Because it kind of is. It's just a relentless speed thrash album. It's an amazing album too. I got a message from my buddy Clint. I think it's the day after this album came out. He said, "Dude, you got to go pick it up." And I wasn't planning on it. Okay, I went and picked it up. Took his word for it. If you're into that music, god damn, this is a good album. Like seriously, the new Mr. Bungle. It might be my number one album of the year. But then again, like I said, you have to be predisposed to like that kind of music. Alice in Chains Facelift. This is the new reissue double vinyl. What a great price too for this reissue. I got it for $24.99 pre-order from Amazon, and it's a double vinyl, remastered original from the original master tapes. It's Facelift. It's awesome. And what a good price too. So never had this on vinyl. I've always just had the couple of the other ones. See, I'm brain farting all over the place here. Dirt. I just had Dirt on vinyl. But anyways, I'm happy to get this one. The new Iron Maiden. Knights of the Dead. Legacy of the Beast live in Mexico City triple vinyl. And stellar track listing. And I have to say, for, I don't know, the umpteenth time in a row, it's a very underwhelming recorded album. The playing's fine. The playing is fine. It's, and I posted about this on Instagram. I don't know what's wrong where they can't get the same sound as they had on Live After Death from 85. I think it's 85. 84, 85. That album was so well recorded, and then every live album they've done after that has been so uninspired sounding. It's just limp, and it's just there's no real punch to it. That's my opinion, but it's Iron Maiden. I have to have it for the collection, and it's not bad, But it's your typical track listing that you'd be expecting. They threw in "Sign of the Cross" and a couple songs off the new album, last album, anyways. So, you know what? Another with AC/DC. Just, it's okay. I just wish someone would tap into the spirit of Martin Birch and they would make a great sounding live album. That's all I ask for. All right. And then here's a curveball for you. The new Kylie Minogue, Disco. I did not like her last album, the kind of country-tinged album. So I heard good things about this one. I pre-ordered it. I think they wanted it to chart pretty high because the pre-order price pretty much everywhere was pretty low, encouraging people to buy it. And it's a full-on modern dance disco album, and I like it a lot. So as far as that kind of music goes, new Kylie Minogue, I give that a pass for that kind of music, that is. And this was Oh, I got two more. This just came in the other day, and I haven't opened it, and I don't know if I will, because I already have the regular black vinyl version of this. But this came out for National Album Day in the UK, and some copies of those titles filtered into Canada. Like I think I showed you the Aha, East of the Sun, West of the Moon, purple vinyl a couple of videos ago, and then Duran, white vinyl of their first album. In many ways, I think their finest album. Double vinyl. It's exactly like the black vinyl reissue, except for it's on white. And if you're a completist, I don't know, I guess I had to have it. Or I didn't really have to have it, but there you go. I'm one of those fucking idiots who fall for this. I don't fall for it all the time. But you know what? The different pressing, that's colored vinyl, and that's how they're getting your dollars out of you. Record companies I'm talking about. Colored vinyl. And I fall for it for bands that I super kind of collect. So anyways. And then you know what? Here's another total curveball from this and that to this and that to Cradle of Filth. I've never actually owned a Cradle of Filth album. And I've been listening to a lot of similar type music in my car. Like Immortal, stuff like that, Emperor. And then I was looking for something kind of similar, and the algorithm on my streaming service threw this album actually in particular, and I liked it. And I never really had a whole lot of time for Cradle of Filth in the past. I always thought they were kind of black metal for the female persuasion. That sounds horrible to say that, but you know, it's so many girls I used to know loved Danny Filth, you know, and it was kind of like the black metal band that would be safe to listen to if you're into Marilyn Manson. But their early stuff, actually, and I kind of read about this, and a lot of people agree with me, the early stuff is kind of full on, pretty credible black metal stuff. This one is on orange and black vinyl. It's called Vampire. They always got saucy covers. You filthy rats, you. Anyways, Cradle of Filth, Vampire. I don't mind this album. We're gonna get to this really quickly. I gotta blow through this quickly here. Online sale. I can't believe I got this. This was so. When this came out for Record Store Day a few years ago, it was as rare. I don't even know how rare it was, but I don't know anyone with it. Let's put it that way. And then someone online had it locally for sale for a dirt cheap price. So I ran to his house. I didn't run, but I went over the speed limit driving to his house. It's the Lush box set, the complete discography box set. It has the albums Gala, Spooky, Split, Love Lice, and Topolino. And I have Spooky on vinyl, an original pressing, but the other ones, forget about it if you're looking for them on vinyl. But the Lush vinyl box set, just amazing, and I'm a massive Lush fan. So I was so happy to get this. So thank you to the guy who was selling this, Valencia. He thought this was expendable because he had, I think he had some kind of a CD discography box set of some kind. I said, cool, you keep those CDs, dude. I'll take this off your hands. And I was happy as a pig in shite. Very happy to have that. Another album I'm very happy to have too is Jane's Addiction, Strays. That was their comeback album. After being apart for whatever 10, 12 years, they all came back together and recorded this. And I like this album a lot, and it's very highly thought of. Not just critically, but I know a lot of people who love this album. But then again, I know a lot of people who can't stand this album. But it's just Jane's Addiction 10 years later, and it sounds phenomenal. I love this album. So I'm very happy to add this to my collection, Jane's Addiction Strays. Okay, so we're going to get this really quickly. I purged. Oh, you know what? I got one more. Sorry. No, I don't. I got more. Yeah, no, I have one more. Really quick. I did a massive purge, and I boxed up about 3 U-Haul boxes of vinyl. And I still need to purge a lot more. I have just too much vinyl. There's no outlet for me to sell them right now because there's no record fairs, as I've talked about before in other videos. So I got all this vinyl sitting around doing nothing. And I thought, you know what? I'm not doing do record fairs anymore, much like Vinyl Finds videos. I'm simplifying my life. Anyways, I boxed up 3 U-Haul boxes of vinyl. Took them to a local store, RCP, where I saw my buddy Ty. They were albums that were kind of right up his alley, or that store's alley. And I got a really good amount of credit back. So instead of being a huge vinyl slut and spending all of my credit money then and there, I bought a few select albums, and then I'll go in every now and again and grab a few things that I've always wanted. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take 3 boxes, massive boxes of vinyl in, get some trade credit, and then get albums that I've not had on vinyl. So I'm just not going to get any variants, like no colored vinyl things I have, no original presses if I have the reissue, etc., etc. I want albums that I've never had before, preferably ones I've always wanted. So that was kind of the criteria for me getting there for the credit and going through the effort of boxing up all that shit. It wasn't shit, it was good stuff. It just, you can't keep them all. So one of the things, which has always been on one of my most wanted lists, is Suzanne Vega, 99.9 Fahrenheit. This is what is this? UK pressing. And, you know, the single off here was Blood Makes Noise. There might have been another single off of this. But a lot of people tend to skip over this album for some reason. This is a fine Suzanne Vega album. In fact, it's my favorite Suzanne Vega album. I might have to use this as my screen cap. Anyway, Suzanne Vega. I was so happy to get this one. That's a massive cross off the list. And then Ty from RCP. He had this behind the counter, and he was playing it in the store, and I asked, hey, what's that? I don't have that. I'm a massive Bill Evans fan, and he's a massive Herbie Mann fan, and they come together and they make a album called Nirvana. Not Nirvana. I think Nirvana had that guy that killed himself. I think. This is a collaboration between the Bill Evans Trio and Herbie Mann, and this is the really good, well, they're all variances of good lineups, but this has Chuck Israel on bass and Paul Motion on drums, and Herbie Mann on flute, and obviously Bill Evans on piano. And I've just become a massive Bill Evans fan, and this is one of those ones that was not even on my radar, kind of picking through his catalog, buying records every now and again, to slowly kind of complete the discography. But yeah, pick that one up there. Really good album. Really, really good album. This is like, what, 1960, I want to say 62 or so. But Bill Evans and Herbie Mann. And then Can Soundtracks. I've never had this one either. Love my Can. Can Soundtracks. I think it is the second album they did, and it's kind of songs they've done for soundtracks. Get it? Soundtracks? Anyways, around here's all the movies that these songs kind of come from, all German kind of movies, I believe. Anyways, Can Soundtracks. And then this one, the next two are massive, because they're albums I've loved, but I've sold over the last couple of years during record fairs mostly, because, you know, when I sell for record fairs, I use that money to pay for European trips for me and my wife. So sometimes you got to make a few sacrifices in life, sell some things that are a bit valuable, and hopefully you get them down the road, which I did. So I was sweating this one. The first one is Masters of Reality. Just called Masters of Reality. This is the original Def Jam Records pressing. And I've said this online. I've said this on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm hopefully going to post this on Friday. But it might be too late. But if anyone out there sees a copy of Masters of Reality, Sunrise on the Suffer Bus, the Record Store Day Black Friday, it's not coming out in Canada. Can you do your brother Dave a favor? If you see one, let me know. I'll pay you for it, plus shipping. Just let me know. That's one of my most wanted albums right now ever. Anyways, I got this one back. Original Def Jam Records pressing of Masters of Reality. I believe it's their first album. Anyways, great album. And then this one might cause a little bit of, hey, I got something in my pocket I got to take out. Keep on leaning on it. This might cause a few people to kind of like, what? Either you didn't know it came out, or you're going to say, that's not as good as the first one. Well, duh. I know that. Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime Dose, the sequel. I had this and I sold it. Got some good money for it, and I got it again with that trade credit. This is the sequel to Operation Mindcrime, obviously, and yes, I know. Before you comment, I know it's not as good. Okay, having said that, if you take it as an album unto itself, it's a good album. The song I'm American, I think it's the first track on here, is a great Queensryche song. Doesn't matter what lineup it is. And then, honestly, if you don't know, Ronnie James Dio is on here. And a few other people. But anyways, the story isn't as easy to follow as the first album, but it continues on from the first album with Nikki and Dr. X and all that stuff like that. It's not as, like I said, it's not as easy to suss out the story as the first one, and I'm not sure whether that's good or bad. But I like this album, and I like Queensryche, the original Queensryche, up until American Soldier. And then after that, don't give a shit. The new lineup's pretty good. I don't mind them. But yeah, there's a few albums in there from Jeff Tate and company. Fuck, they suck. Anyways, I'm really happy to get this one. This was like a massive sigh of relief because I just regretted selling that one. But kind of had to. And then 45 Grave. We're still with my trade credit. This is the first album. It's Sleep and Safety. One of the most highly regarded, best gothic rock albums of all time is 45 Grave. Either you know or you don't know. It's personally one of my favorite goth albums of all time. If you don't know this album, have listened to it. It's great. Death rock, goth, whatever you want to call it. I was happy to get a copy of that. And this is on green vinyl, actually. I don't know where the sticker went for it, but trust me, it's on lime green vinyl. And this is the last of the ones I got with trade credit. And then we got thrift store finds, and I got blazed through those ones because we're at 22 minutes. Electronic, the collaboration between Bernard Sumner of New Order and Johnny Marr of the Smiths, and I believe Neil Tennant from the Pet Shop Boys sings on this album as well. I finally picked up the reissue. I've been putting it off, and the big song off here was Getting Away With It. So finally picked that one up. Very happy to have that one. Okay, thrift store vinyl. There is a crap load, and I'm going to have to filter through here. I wish I had more time, this being my last one, but que sera. And here I am now, wasting more time. Okay, I might just show these ones. Ready? Dire Straits' first album, Upgrade. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, Howe, which is essentially Yes. Upgrade copy. AC/DC, For Those About to Rock. The cover is an upgrade. But I think my vinyl's better, but this cover's better, so I'm going to make a Franken album and make a really nice copy of For Those About to Rock. Thrift store vinyl. We're at thrift store vinyl. Did I tell you that? Paul Desmond. I don't know how many people will care about this, but Paul Desmond was the saxophone player in the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Was played on all those famous albums like Time Out and all those. But his solo albums, whenever I see them at thrift stores or pick up, I enjoy them. So that was that. A band that was unknown to me previously, a band called Smokestack Lightning. This was on Bell Records, 1968-69, and I've read that they were mainstays on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. Kind of a blues rock, slightly psychedelic. Slightly. Anyways, I've just never seen it, and you see an album cover like that, and you see it for a couple of bucks, it's worth picking up if it's in good condition, because you never know. It could be a psych classic you don't know about, or stuff like this. It could just be a kind of like a heavy blues rock kind of thing. Anyway, Smokestack Lightning, Off the Wall. I can't remember if it's 68 or 69, but it's in that era, from these Sunset Strip Los Angeles guys. And then Brabus. These are in no order, by the way. Latin jazz, really good. I like this album a lot. Kiss, Unmasked, from a thrift store. No poster. But this is a later issue that was reissued when Polygram bought Casablanca Records. So if you're a Kiss nerd like I am, this is a variant of, yeah, Kiss is one of the only bands I will pick up variants all the time. Willie Nelson, white label promo of an album called The Troublemaker, which I've never heard before. There you go with your demo not for sale stickers. Like I said, I was not familiar with this album. But yeah, I don't mind me some Willie Nelson. Grew up on it with my dad. Ry Cooder, Into the Purple Valley. A band called The Records. I know a lot of people out there like The Records, and I don't. I've had them and I've sold them, so I can't remember ever listening to them. I'm going to guess they're kind of power pop. I could be full of shit. I could be right. But 2 by The Records. Most of these were at the same thrift store too, oddly enough. And then Public Image Limited 9. I'm a massive, massive Public Image Limited fan. I'm talking too fast. But I'm a massive fan of PIL. This is the only album I did not have on vinyl because it's not my favorite album by them. So I was in no hurry to get it. I knew there's a store down the street for me. They have a copy. They've had a copy for years that no one's been biting on. But yeah, $2.99. I'll take that. Public Image. Like, it's okay. It's got Disappointed, which was a single, and Warrior, which was a single. It's got at least 2 good songs on it. Oh yeah, I don't know why this is here. Did I show this last video? I might have. Alice Cooper, a Record Store Day one. I don't know why this isn't here for. Sorry. Uh-oh, I got my shit all mixed up. But if I didn't show the Alice Cooper last time, Alice Cooper live at the Apollo Theatre Glasgow, 1982. That was an old, a late Record Store Day title I got. I got a feeling I showed you that before. See, this is the friggin' mess I got in my basement. See, I have it all framed, but you don't see the god-awful piles and piles of records, which is why I'm purging. I need to have a more simple life. B-52's Whammo. Or Whammy. This is an upgrade for me. It's a gold stamped promo. Upgrade, definite upgrade for me. Man, Back to the Future. I think I found this one not that long ago too. So I think this might be a duplicate copy. I gotta stop doing that shit. I gotta stop picking up duplicates, and I gotta that's where the purging comes in. You kind of get a handle on what you actually own. But man, great progressive rock band. Some people might dispute that tag, but good album. Man, they have some really good albums. I should probably talk about them in some other video, but really good. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. I've never had this album. I've been on a bit of a Jethro Tull streak sometimes lately. Stormwatch I've been listening to a lot. Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey. I've never had this one on here, but it has Wild Night, the cover of the John Cougar Mellencamp song. I'm almost done. Dusty Springfield, The Look of Love, on Phillips Records. Bill and the Bills, Bills, Toronto band. This is on El Macombo Records. So if you're from Toronto, you might know this. If you're not from Toronto, just fucking I hope you passed by that one. Philip Glass, Songs from Liquid Days, and it's got all these guest stars on it. So have a look. Freeze frame. By the very nature of me owning a Philip Glass album now, I am the snootiest motherfucker on earth right now. Cheers. I'm getting all my swears out now for the last one. Yeah. I wish I knew more. Oh, I'm going to skip that. I can't show everything. Prince. I don't know if it's an upgrade copy, but I'm not passing up a nice copy of Purple Rain. This is one I'll keep getting duplicates of because I know people always want one. There's no poster inside in case you want to ask me that. Janet Jackson, Control. Why not? What has she done for you lately? What has she done for you lately? Blue Rodeo. I got a good story about Blue Rodeo. I'll tell you one day. Yeah, awesome band. One of Canadia's greatest bands that we've ever produced. An album. This is their first album called Outskirts. And you know what? And fittingly, we're going to end it with a David Bowie album, but not a great David Bowie album. Okay, David Bowie album. It makes AC/DC's album look like Back in Black. anyways, this album tonight. I know this album and Never Let Me Down gets a lot of shit on, but you know what? I like Blue Jean. I really like the long form video for that. I really liked that when I was young. I still like it now when I see it every now and again. And the song "Loving the Alien," which I think he thought was one of his better songs he's ever done. There's a lot of shit on here, like "Dancing with the Big Boys," but Blue Jean and "Loving the Alien," two of Bowie's best later era songs. Well, no, I guess these are middle period songs he's done. And actually, I don't mind a lot of "Never Let Me Down." There's some good stuff on that one, day in, day out, and "Time Will Crawl." We're going to end with the David Bowie album tonight. Anyways, I hope my phone has this much memory while I say my adieu. Actually, it's not adieux. I'm still going to be making videos. But I hope you understand. I've had a lot of people contact me with varying degrees of, please don't stop making Vinyl Finds videos. And I assure you I'll be making videos. I just don't know if... I think Vinyl Finds videos have been played out slightly. I think I've been doing them for 5-6 years. I think. And, I think it gets old. If it ain't new, it's through. And I think, how many times can you see me show another haul? And I think there's a lot of, sometimes resentment, sometimes, I guess, about, I do have really good thrift store hauls. I'm sorry. But I can't apologize for it. I just do. I put the time in. I put the effort in. Hence, I have a lot of good Vinyl Finds from thrift stores. But, I think some people... maybe started to resent it a bit slightly, and I think it's getting a bit old, played out, and I want to show other things about it's. I'm not just. A lot of people think of me as that thrift store guy, and that is so. That is this much of me, musically speaking, or vinyl speaking, or just music in general. I don't want that tag anymore, because whenever I do live streams or anything like that, or I see people say, "Oh, you're that thrift store guy," it's like, no, I'm just Dave, and I have some good vinyl I find at thrift stores. And that's what it is. But yeah, I just don't want to. I think it's just getting old, and you know what? Maybe a year from now, I might think differently about it, but I know tied in with that, a lot of people have asked me why, and I'm going to try to tie this up within 3 minutes here. A lot of people have asked me why, and it's just life changes, and it's for the aforementioned reason why I've told you. It's just, I think most of my views come from non-subscribers. And how is that? I'm almost at 3,000 subs. The vast majority come from non-subscribers. So that tells you what subscribers are worth. So next time you're saying, oh my God, I got this many subscribers, how many of them are watching your videos? I know I've talked to a few people about this recently, and I think that's kind of universal. You can beg and plead for all the subs you want, and it looks good as a whole number, but how many of them are actually watching your videos? I would say, honestly, 70% of my views are non-subscribers, and I don't get it. I don't get how that works. So anyways, and life changes. I'm always honest with you all. I think I'm probably a little bit too honest with you all, but my health is really bad. And there's things I've not talked about, nor will I talk about. And I think a lot of people get the wrong impression from seeing me on here. But I do these videos when I'm actually feeling good. When I'm not doing these videos, I'm not feeling good. There's a lot of medical things going on that a lot of people, most people don't know about. And I don't want to be one of those guys that starts talking about your ailments on videos and Facebook and Instagram. That's not me. Keep my cards close to my chest to that respect. But it just takes a lot of effort to make these videos, and and the gaps between videos are becoming longer because I just wasn't feeling up to making videos. So there's that, and just and I don't have an outlet for selling records anymore. And this COVID thing is going to last. I promise you. Next Christmas we'll still be dealing with this COVID thing, and there's no record fairs, and I can't be stockpiling all these thrift store hauls with no outlet for them. So I've decided to simplify my life a bit and not go balls deep into thrift store hauls like I used to, if that makes sense. I actually want to spend a lot more time on my stereo. I want to start getting a lot of adding pieces to my stereo system and work on that, because I have enough vinyl. God knows I have enough vinyl. But that's kind of where my interest lies right now, is tweaking my stereo system and kind of playing around with different things and like that. So anyways, I think that was about 3 minutes. Let's shake on it. So I hope you understand. And I think maybe you might agree that the thrift store hauls were getting a bit, and I know people like it, but also, just judging by the amount of views for thrift store videos, and there's a lot more people making videos now. And like I said, channels go in waves, and you're popular, then you're not popular. Well, when I say not popular, my views aren't bad. It's just, up and down, and it's a little bit discouraging sometimes. So, you have to kind of weigh, the effort to make these videos versus how many people are watching and and all that fun stuff. So anyways, I look forward to making other videos for you all, music related videos. I have a lot lined up that I promised myself I will do. There's a lot of things I have that I've kept intentionally just to make videos about. So that's it. So please leave a comment if you want. This is not goodbye. This is just goodbye to thrift store hauls and those kind of vinyl finds videos. So thank you very much, everyone, for the last 5-6 years of these videos. Like I said, who knows what will change in a year from now, but for now, this is it. I want to say thank you to everyone and anyone who's ever watched one of my videos. I know this is something people always say, but I actually really appreciate anyone who's taken the time to watch this guy. Because I'm not a natural guy on YouTube. And I've always tried to be honest with you all and just say it like it is. And a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people do like me, though. So I hope I've somehow have brightened your day, or helped you pass the time, or recommended some good music, or give you confidence to go out and find your own thrift store hauls. They're out there. Trust me. Cheers, everyone. I'll see you next time for other videos. Take care, everyone.